I have no idea what to write. Who have invented those useless Valentine's cards? Idea. What if combined Valentine and Choco Pie? Spoiler. That was a brilliant idea. Result is amazing. Extraordinary and cute gift for Valentine's Day. Definitely worth to try. Let's start from biscuits. At first preheat oven to 170 degrees and beat an egg well. Add white sugar and vanilla sugar. It is necessary to beat very well so that the mass lightens and slightly increases in size. Add a pinch of salt. Now add a butter and mash it well. Add a milk. Gradually sip a flour. Better to do it in small portions using a sieve. Mix well. Better to put products from fridge a little bit earlier. They should be at room temperature. That would make a job much easier. And finally add a baking powder. Butter should be thick and fall off from spoon slowly. I thought that Mannerheim heart would be too boring and divided butter to two parts. To first part I've added red dye pigment, carmine. It is natural pigment and we need to mix butter very well. And then put it to plastic bag or pastry bag. Another pot of butter I've colored with raspberries. Using berries and liquid pigments suggests that you should add extra flour to butter because water containing in them makes the butter runny. Doing the same. Now cover the oven tray with baking paper and place a pattern with hearts under it. Let's draw hearts with butter. The result isn't pretty, but it's not a tragedy. I didn't try to embellish my result because very likely you would get the same result as mine. Note those idle forms as in other videos. It is very easy to fix this situation by water. You just need to smooth butter with wet finger and everything would be fine. But don't use too much water. It can make butter thinner and it wouldn't keep form. Put our hearts to oven for 15 minutes. Don't open it when biscuits are in process of baking because if you do that they won't grow up. Get our biscuits outside. Tear off baking paper. That's not what I've expected to get. I have no idea why red heart decided to grow that way, but we need similar hearts. Let's try to make red heart the same form as violet by knife. Not bad. As for me, problem is solved. I'm satisfied. And let's leave the biscuits alone for a while. And now it's time of marshmallow. Pour gelatin with cold water and leave to swell for 5 minutes. In the meantime, pour sugar with water in a pan with a thick bottom and bring to boil. The sugar should completely dissolve and the mass should bubble strongly. Then pour syrup into the swollen gelatin in a thin stream and beat it well. If you don't have a mixer like me, you can make marshmallow using a whisk. It won't take very long, but your hands will definitely pump up quite well in the process. At the beginning it is a yellowish water, but after a few minutes of whisking it gradually begins to turn white and then thicken. Readiness is determined by the fact that the marshmallow becomes viscous. Add a pigment if you want. I want a pale pink shade for marshmallow. Since the marshmallow hardens quickly, we have a few minutes to put it in a bag and then cover one of the biscuits. Step back 1 centimeter from the edge and then put a second biscuit on top. Leave the marshmallow to freeze and it will firmly fasten and biscuits forever and ever. And now it is chocolate time. Take 100 grams of chocolate and heat it on a steam bath until completely melted. Add red dry dye to the chocolate mass. It is very important to use dry or oil-based pigments for chocolate. You can't color it with bears or liquids because they won't spoil the chocolate. It is very difficult to predict what amount of pigment would fit, so it is better to put it in small portions. And keep in mind that chocolate should be mixed very well, because pigments loves to stick to bowl and it can be a surprise at the end if you wanted pale pink shade and it became bright red. So be careful with pigments. I think that's enough. The shade is lovely. I think the chocolate is ready. First, dip the edges of the heart in chocolate and then fill it with chocolate from the one side and put in the fridge for 30 minutes until the glaze solidifies. If the chocolate has uneven spots or streaks, it's not a problem. You can easily correct it using a hot teaspoon. It smooths chocolate well. Then fill the other side with chocolate and draw a face or any pictures you want on surface, while chocolate have liquid consistency. Drawing with sprinkles is very easy because all mistakes can always be corrected with a toothpick. Some finishing touches. And our Valentine's choco pie is ready. I'm so happy that attempt to implement my idea was successful. During the cooking process, I doubt many times that I would get a good result, because I came up with this recipe myself. But result exceed all my expectations. Choco pie is adorable and flavorous. And subscribe to my channel, smash the like button if you liked my choco pie and write in comments about your result.